So, the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson has come out in support of Trump 2024. But not only that, he's also decided to go against the globalists in Davos, which is interesting timing. Now, we know that Boris overall can't really be trusted, but two things are true at the same time. Yes, he was a weak leader, and at the end he allowed some woke Green Tories turn him into a wishy-washy liberal, but at the same time, he's a very smart man and he knows how to be calculative, how to recover and subtly shift his narrative. So Boris is now saying that he's looking forward to his friend Donald Trump becoming president again. He's actually said, I ask you in all seriousness, do you think any of this would now be happening if Donald Trump had been president for the past 4 years? It was Trump who suddenly staggered the world at the beginning of 2020 by violently liquidating Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard. The diplomatic world had, of course, their own versions of the events, but he said, we didn't hear much from Iran for the rest of the Trump presidency, did we? Now, the other thing he's actually also done in this recent statement that he's made is he's decided to go against Davos. So, despite invitation this year for the World Economic Forum conference in 2024 in Davos, Boris Johnson decided to reject it and not actually go. Boris was always very keen to attend Davos. What's changed? Well, because he knows the narrative has changed. This is actually what Boris said about Trump and Davos. He said, in the cocktail parties of Davos, I am told that the global wokerati have been trembling so violently that you could hear the ice tinkling in the Negronis. I like his style. Now, some people are saying Boris just wants to get back into the good books of Trump, but actually in reality, he wants to get back into the good books of the overall conservative movement, because when it comes to Trump, even recently, he's been quite clear that he still likes Boris and he's still a friend, but Trump was actually very clear that his criticism remains the same.
I liked him so much, I still like him, but he really went a little bit on the liberal side. I mean, he all of a sudden became an environmentalist, and I'm talking about probably in a negative way, too much. Look, we all want to protect the environment. Nobody does more than I do. I do a lot of jobs. Look at this. This was done environmentally so incredible. Turnberry, Aberdeen. But something happened. He changed. And a wonderful guy. He's a friend of mine. I don't know whether or not he'll be able to make a comeback. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Now, again, to clarify, this doesn't really mean that we should all suddenly trust Boris Johnson and say, well, bring back Team Boris and everything's going to be fine. No, this is actually just about the fact that acknowledging that Boris is smart, he knows what he's going to be doing, and the fact that his support might actually help a little bit when it comes to the British centre-right and normalising the return of Trump, because there's still a lot of the, let's just call them for the sake of the argument, moderate Tories who are freaking out that Trump is coming back as president because they don't know exactly what Trumpism actually means. This might calm things down, and actually this could also change the narrative on a global scale. Why did Boris refuse to go to Davos? That's the question. Now let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.